Hello and welcome. My name is Brenda with Sea Bright Spirit. Today I'd like to offer you a yoga practice to support your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is the chakra of expression. So everything that lives within your whole being is expressed through this chakra. So that's not only your thoughts and your words, but it's also your vibration, your mood, your energy, your emotion gets expressed here. So in this practice today, we're going to do postures and movements to help open the throat chakra for ease of expression. But we're also going to do postures and movements to help strengthen the throat chakra so that we say what we want to say, when we want to say it, how we want to say it. And that we also know when it's time to listen. So we'll have opportunities to pause and listen within ourselves, and then find again that movement and that expression. So I really invite you today to find your internal expression as it lives within you as we move through this practice. Notice what you're wanting to express, what your body wants to express, and follow that. Be playful with it. So as we move through the practice, take care of your body, do what feels right for you, okay? Really listen, and find your truth in your expression. So we're going to start our practice today by lying down on our backs. Just allow yourself to find a comfortable posture. Feet can be flat on the floor, knees together, or you can stretch your legs out along the floor. And you can maybe just rest your hands at your abdomen. Let your arms feel heavy, your legs feel heavy, your head feel heavy. And let's just take a few moments here connecting with our breath. The throat chakra is that channel where the breath moves through from the nose down into the lungs. So focus on this channel of breath here for a few moments as you tune into yourself and begin to connect with your inner being. Maybe allow the mind to soften from some of the roaming thoughts as you tune your attention more inside. Again, you can even notice your vibration, your frequency right now. What does your essence feel like? The throat chakra carries us into more of that ethereal realm, that realm of sound and vibration. So maybe even notice if there's sound in your breath. Or does it flow quietly? When you're ready, to exhale and roll your head over to one side. Notice how that feels through your neck. Inhale, come up through center over to the other side, exhaling. Moving your head a little bit side to side here with the flow of your breath. Tuning into your neck, down the back, the tops of the shoulders. Any other sensations that start to show up. Part of listening is not only listening with our ears, but it's also listening to our body sensations, to vibration, to inner awareness. So as you complete the opposite side that you started, just bring your head back to center and we'll meet there. Now bring your feet flat on the floor, feel the lower back kind of ground out along the mat. Bring your arms alongside your body. We're just going going to move up and down through a little bridge pose, beginning to kind of wake up the whole body, but also creating a little bit of that container support through the root chakra, so that we again express when we want to express and then not express when we don't want to express. The root chakra supports that energy. So ground your hands down beside your body, press your feet a little bit into the floor, and then inhale, lift the hips up into the air. Feeling the back of the neck a little bit more grounded with the mat. Exhale, bring the torso back down, the hips back down. Move with the breath here, maybe 3 or 4 times. Inhale, lift through the pelvis, the spine lifting slowly off the floor. Exhale, rolling down the back. We're waking up all of the chakras here a little bit through this movement. Massaging the lower chakras in the body, through the back. Let's do one more with the breath. Exhale, come down. Now, let's try adding the arms in. So inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms up overhead, just as much as it feels okay for you. If it doesn't feel okay through your shoulders, just keep the arms down. Inhale, lifting up overhead. Squeezing through the glutes, supporting your body through the back. Let's do one more with the breath here. Lifting, lengthening. Maybe hold for a breath at the top. And then exhale, bring the arms and the hips back down. Take your arms wide, take your feet wide, and just roll your knees a little bit side to side. And just feel a little bit of freedom through the lower chakras, through the waist, down into the sacrum, down into the root. All the chakras are connected. So even though we're kind of focusing in on the throat chakra today, we still need to be a little aware of what's going on through the other chakras, especially with that expression. Good. And then bring your knees back to center. Let's take the feet long, take the arms overhead, do a big body stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. And then roll over onto your side, and let's come up onto our knees. So we're going to do a little bit more here to kind of open up the throat, the shoulder area, okay? So starting though with the hands, circle the wrists. So the wrists, the fingers, the hands are often part of our expression, right? So maybe even just letting your arms flow free, feel a little bit of that playfulness with the arms, with the wrists, the fingers, all the way up to the fingertips. Good. And then make some big circles with the arms. You cross the arms in front, open up and back, and find your breath a little bit with the movement, lifting and inhaling, lowering and exhaling. And you can be somewhat kind of graceful with your movements, or you can be strong and powerful through the movements, whatever your internal expression is. Notice how you feel through the shoulders. And now let's move the other way. Notice how it changes the sensation. Connected to the breath. Opening the back, opening the heart. A couple more breaths. Good, and then just let your arms rest alongside the body. Maybe give the shoulders a couple rolls. Take the shoulders up to the ears. Just pause for a moment. Squeeze a little bit. And as you exhale, let the arms drop. Let the shoulders drop. Let's do that again. Squeezing a bit through the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, and then letting it go. Notice how that feels through the neck. One last time. Big breath in, and hold, and release. right. Now turn your head over to one side. Look over the shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, over to the other side. Again, noticing how that feels through the neck. Lifting a bit through the crown. Aware of your whole body from the root up through the body. Now as you look over one shoulder, pause there and drop your chin down to your collarbone. Notice the back of the opposite side of the neck open. Take a couple deep breaths as if you're breathing into that side of the neck. Now the exhale to maybe relax any tension you might feel in your body. And when that feels complete, lift the chin up on that side so you're opening the opposite front side of the neck. And breathing, imagining that breath going into that space. With an exhale, come back down, look over the shoulder, inhale, come back to center. Give the shoulders a little roll, notice how you feel through that side of your neck. Now let's look over to the other side. Pause, just take a breath. When you're ready, drop your chin down to your collarbone. Notice how this feels on the opposite side of the neck, any other sensations that show up. Closing your eyes as you turn your attention inward, feel your body. Feel the space around the throat, down the upper back, the shoulders. And then when you're ready, inhale, lifting the chin up on that side, still opening the opposite front side of the neck. You know, we're not pulling and straining, but we're just creating some space with the breath here as we hold the head in that position. The exhale, bring your head back, look over that shoulder, and then bring your head back to center. Give the shoulders a little roll. Notice how you feel through both sides of your neck here. Now, if it feels okay for you, sit back onto your knees. You can stay up on your knees if you want. We're going to do lion's breath. So this is kind of a fun breath where we, with an exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out, and then you're going to look up towards the ceiling at the same time. Okay, and we'll do this a few times. So it's a fun expression, all right? Inhale, and then exhale. So you take a big, okay? Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale. Really opening up the mouth as wide as you can, sticking that tongue out as far as you can. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And just even noticing how that felt through the shoulders, through the neck. And just pause, close your eyes and breathe. Notice how you feel here. And when you're ready, turn yourself to the side of the mat or to the long edge of the mat if you're on your side. Bring your knees to the floor. Take your knees a little wide, toes together, and come down into a child's pose. And just take a couple moments to turn your attention inward. Drop your head between your arms. Maybe your forehead touches the floor. It's okay if it doesn't. Just take a few deep breaths, tuning into yourself. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe even noticing what you need. What does your body need? How do you need to show up for yourself here today? And when you're ready, inhale, come up. Come up onto all fours. Just warm up the hips, warm up the shoulders a little bit. Find a little freedom of movement. Freedom of expression in your body. Tune into your breath, doing circles over the shoulders and hips. Maybe opening up the spine a little bit, rounding the back, sinking the hips up in the air. The belly drops. Moving both directions, playful with your body, expressing through your movement. And from here, when you're ready, ground down through the hands. Turn your toes under, lift your hips up, come up into downward dog, and take a moment to kind of pedal out your feet, open up the backs of your legs, lift the tailbone high, open the shoulders, ground through the hands and feet. A few deep breaths. Pause, check in. How's your body feel here? Backs of the legs opening, shoulders opening. How's your spine? Your head and neck. And when you're ready here, walk your feet towards your hands. Come into a forward fold, bend the knees and let the belly rest over your thighs. Hands can just rest at the floor. You can create a basket with your arms if you want. Curl your chin inward and feel the back of the neck lengthen, the upper back lengthen all the way down the back into the hips and down the legs. If it feels okay for you, take your hands and place them underneath your feet. So this is, a little symbolic of, pausing the expression within yourself and just tuning inward so you can't use your hands. You're grounded with your feet, your head and neck maybe releasing a little bit. If it doesn't work for you to do that, just keep yourself in your forward fold. One more breath here. Deep inhale, long exhale. And take the hands out. Round through the feet, bend the knees and rise all the way up to standing. Reach through the fingertips, lengthen through your body. Bring your hands down through heart center for a moment. Pause at your heart. Notice your inner essence. Notice your vibration. Now let's turn towards the center of the mat here. Stand in mountain pose. Feel your feet grounded. Feel the essence of your body, your crown lifting, open and long through the neck, through the throat. With an inhale, take the arms up overhead, lengthen through the body, interlace the fingers. Round to the feet, inhale, and as you exhale, let's open up the side. Doesn't matter which side first, just opening up the side body, lengthening through the neck, the crown, and maybe turning your head towards the upper elbow. You can still keep your eyes closed if you want, or you can look at the elbow. Deep breath here. And then with an inhale, slowly bring yourself back up to center. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, lifting through the crown. Exhale, leaning over the other side, pausing, opening up the side body. Maybe turning the gaze, turning the neck. Just kind of strengthening the side of the neck as you turn the neck in your side bend. Breathing into that whole side of the body. Takes a little strength. With an inhale, slowly come up. And bring the arms down, standing mountain pose. Feel your body, feel your self-expression. Now we're going to do a little bit of strengthening with the neck, okay? So inhale, take the arms up, interlace your fingers, and bring your hands to the back of your head. Now you're going to gently press your head into your hands. Your hands are just a supportive resistance here. Okay, you're just pressing the head into the hands, feeling the back of the neck. The shoulders might fire up a little bit as they hold that support of the head. Let your breath be natural. And then release. Bring the arms down. Notice how you feel through the back of your neck. Now bring your right hand up. Place it on the side of your head. And again, you're not going to press your hand into the head. You're going to press the head into the hand. And notice the sides of the neck. What happens to find that stability here? Close your eyes. Just breathe. Your next inhale, release. Bring that arm down. Notice how you feel through the side of the neck. Let's bring the left hand up, the opposite hand. Okay. Holding it against the temple, so just above the ear. Okay, hands wrapping around the forehead. We're just pressing the head into the hands. We're using the neck muscles here to stabilize through the throat chakra. Let the breath be smooth and natural. Through that effort. Notice if one side feels very different than the other. When you're ready, release. And so you feel through the sides of the neck, down the tops of the shoulders. Now finally, we're going to do the front. So you're going to take a fist. You're going to put the front of the fist right at the top of your forehead. Now you're going to press your head into that fist. Okay? Again, let the breath flow evenly and naturally. Notice sensation through your neck. Slight effort. Maybe even some core engagement as you support this movement. And the whole body connected. Release that hand down. Let's just do the same with the other hand, just so you can feel the difference. One side might feel a little different than the other. Hold here for a few breaths. You want to create balance in the body. And release. Pause for a moment. Notice how you feel through the neck, your upper back. If you want to do a few little rolls of the neck. And then pause. So we're always seeking that awareness of steadiness and comfort in our body. So building, cultivating that strength, and then also that openness, that ease. Now we're going to do a balancing posture of King Dancer. And Dancer is a beautiful posture for expression. Just think of a dancer and their expression. So let's start by bringing your weight up over top of your left foot. Let's bring your hands into your hips and find a single gazing point to start with here. You can lift up your back foot. Now, if you can't reach the foot, you can always grab a strap or something as well, or a belt, okay? But if you can, reach for the opposite foot here. Knee going straight down to the floor. Feel the front of the hip opening, okay? Connect with your breath. Now, as we find our expression in our dancer, we might just stand here, maybe open our arm and just feel that sense of expression through the hands as you stand in this posture. If you have a little bit more flexibility or accessibility into it, you might start to lift the back leg and start to tip forward with the upper body. Okay, I'll just show this from the side as well. Stay where you're at. Standing leg is a little bit of a bend in it, and you just tip forward, press the foot into the hand, and find your own expression of your dancer today. And again, it might be a deep expression like this, or it might just be, something along that pathway, or maybe even just lifting the opposite arm and keeping that knee down towards the floor. Whatever you choose, breathe naturally and smoothly, and allow your expression to be what it is. Whatever that is for you today. Notice how this feels in your body. Whenever you feel like you're complete, just bring that foot down, bring the arm down, maybe give the foot a little shake, both feet, little ankle circles. No creaks and cracks coming out. Standing mountain pose, pause, notice how you feel. Be attentive to any thoughts, judgment that might be running through your mind. Again, be kind to yourself. Notice what's true, what's not true. Just be gentle. Our reaction is a big part of our throat chakra energy. So how do we allow those words that come through our mind to be expressed, or do we? Do we reframe them? Do we pause and notice old conditioning, old expectations? And when you're ready, bring your weight over into the other foot. Okay. Standing over that foot, a little bend in the knee, bring the other foot up. Grabbing onto the foot if that feels good for you. And again, finding what is that expression like for me in this dancer pose. Maybe press the foot a little bit into the hand. Maybe you lean forward a little bit, keep that gazing point, find your focus. Let your breath be long and natural. Good, if you feel wobbly, just play with it. Right? Sometimes our expression, we have to try things on a few times to figure out what is the way I want to express this. Maybe we have to say, let me try that again. Let me say that differently. That's not how I meant it, okay? And that is our ability. That is our choice to be able to do that. Whenever this feels complete for you, just bring that arm back up, that leg back down, and give your body a little shake. Let it go. Pause, standing mountain pose. Feel your body head to toe. So let's bring the whole body into one movement together here. Take the feet wide. We're going to do a goddess pose with the lion's breath, just to kind of get that energy flowing again here in the throat. Inhale, take the arms up. As you exhale, bend the knees. Make sure you have good distance between the legs. The arms come wide. Now inhale up. As you come down, exhale. Lion's breath. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Hold for a breath. And then inhale, come up. Feel the whole body. Bring the feet together. Turn towards the top of your mat. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Find your forward fold here. Hold for a few breaths. Curl the chin. Notice how your body feels. The neck release, let the head release. Maybe give the head a little shake, yes and no. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk your feet back, come into downward dog. From here, you're going to drop your knees to the floor. We're going to come into a dolphin pose. And so with this movement, this is, I say dolphin pose, but it's a movement. This is going to help to strengthen the shoulders, which is all part of that neck awareness, that throat awareness, okay? So when you're ready, from the elbows, you can have your hands flat on the floor if you want. You can also have your fingers interlaced or your fingers pressed together. We're going to do a little downward dog from the elbows here, so dolphin, okay? Find your breath. Knees are a little bit bent, toes rounded, hips lifted. Then for the dolphin, we're going to inhale. We're going to come forward with the upper body, looking at the hands, and then bringing the upper body back again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Smooth with the breath. And I should say one way to modify this is just to do it from the knees. My apologies. So just doing it straight from the knees, forward and back, is another way to work with that. So this is taking some core stability, some back, shoulder strength, okay? Cultivating that support for the throat chakra. Maybe one or two more. Listen to your body. So whenever it feels complete for you, just sink your hips back, come into a little puppy stretch, drop the hand or the head between the arms, ground a bit through the hands, and just pause here. If you want to drop the elbows to the floor, that's okay too. Rest the forehead. Release out the effort. Nice big sigh through the mouth. And when you're ready, roll over onto your back. Come down onto your elbows on your back here. We're going to do fish pose, which is a beautiful pose for opening the throat chakra, but also creating a bit of strength around the neck as well. So elbows are grounded, hands just resting alongside your body, feet and legs are all grounded. And then you're going to keep your gaze just kind of straight up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, you're just going to lift the upper body up, draw the shoulder blades together, open up the chest. And just keep the throat nice and open here. So you're just looking straight up, you're not really tilting and dropping your head back. We're going to keep the back of the neck long. And just pause here and breathe. Notice if it's challenging in the neck to hold your head here. Do you find that you're lifting your head to the ceiling, or can you just feel your head a natural extension of the spine? And if you need to, curl the chin in, maybe give the neck a little break, okay? And then maybe try lengthening again through that throat. And bring the chin in towards the collarbone, roll the upper body down and come down all the way onto your back. Rest your head and neck. Take a moment to reflect and receive. Now bring your feet flat on the floor. Roll over onto your right side. Take your hands out in front of you. If you want, you can always support your head with your bottom arm as well, okay? So notice how it feels good for you. From here, inhale, take that top arm, so your left arm, and just sweep that arm up overhead. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, sweep it up overhead. So we're just twisting a bit through the upper body, kind of opening up the shoulder, the front of the chest. Moving with your breath here a few times until you find that you just want to pause and hold that gentle twist. The knees might kind of separate a little bit as you twist here. It's alright if that right or that left knee comes up a bit. You can always put a block between your thighs as well if you want. Just pause for a couple breaths, relax through the neck. Feel that openness through the front of that shoulder, down into the torso. And when you're ready, inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Bring that arm back. Good. Let's roll over to the other side. So rolling all the way over to the left, hands together, head relaxed, or support your head with that bottom arm, right arm just reaching out in front of you. As you inhale, you're going to sweep that right arm up over your head. Again, it doesn't have to touch the floor, but it might. Coming out beside, and then exhale back. Sweeping the arm overhead as you breathe. Inhale up and over as you twist. And exhale back. One more time as you sweep. As you come into that twist, pause and hold here. Let your head and neck relax. Feel the front of the shoulder, down into the torso. Deep full breaths. And then inhale. As you exhale, bring the arm back around. Good. Roll onto your back once again. Feel your spine lengthen out along the floor, feet are flat. Now, if you have a bolster, a block, a big book, or a pillow, something that has a little bit of substance to it, if it's a pillow, grab it, and we're going to place it underneath the hips. So make sure that it's at a good height. It might just be the lowest height or maybe the second height. Maybe not necessarily the highest height, okay? And we're just resting the hips on the block and letting the energy kind of flow down into the throat chakra. So kind of feeding the throat chakra the energy of the lower chakras. Make sure you feel comfortable with that block underneath your pelvis. Pausing here for a few breaths, and then I'm going to work through a couple of the different options that you can maybe play with this. So you can stay right here if that feels good for you, or you can draw the knees up into the chest. You might adjust the block a little bit as you lift the legs. Okay, you can take the legs straight up in the air if you want and just pause here, and again, letting everything pool downward. Or if you want, you can actually come into a little bit of a shoulder stand. So you can use your hands to lift the hips up and just hold onto the hips, okay? Your knees can stay bent. You can lift your legs up into the air if you want. This is a little bit more advanced, and make sure you keep your head straight up, so don't look over to the side if you're lifting your hips up into the air here. Okay. You can also come into plow pose, so the knees can come to the forehead, or you can even take your feet out towards the floor. They might touch, they might not. Just in a little rounding with the back. Again, choosing something that works for your body. And you're holding onto the hips here, so should feel, slightly relaxed. Maybe a little engagement. And at any time, again, just bring the hips back down. You might set the block to the side as you come out of this. And then just roll the pelvis down, remove the block, And just give your lower back a little massage. Bring the feet down to the floor. Stretch the legs out along the floor. Come into Shavasana. Let your body perhaps take up some space here. So supporting the root chakra with spaciousness in the body. You're allowed to take up space and you're allowed to express yourself. Let that be kind of the energy of the posture you find here for relaxation today. Is I am able to express myself authentically in ways that are important to me. Feel the whole back of your body resting against the floor. Take in a deep breath. Release a sigh. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head and just let your head relax against the floor. Thoughts just drifting through the mind, nothing that we need to be concerned with, nothing that we need to express right now. Listen inward, observe inward. Feel the mouth, down into the throat. The muscles of the neck relax. Feel this channel of the throat space open as your awareness draws down more into your body. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms, all the way out to your fingertips. Feeling the vibration of your body. Bring your awareness into your heart space. Feel the breath naturally moving through your body. Relax the torso, the belly, all the way down into your hips. Nothing to say, nothing to do at this moment. Observe, reflect, receive. Flex your hips and down your legs, your knees, all the way to your feet, the tips of your toes. Your whole body relaxed, open. Open to express yourself. You're open to listen to yourself. So you feel energetically. Essence of you. If you're ready, begin to reawaken your physical body, wiggle your fingers and your toes. I invite you to maybe rock the head just a little bit side to side as you reawaken your throat chakra. Maybe you'll want to stretch your arms overhead. Fingertips to toes, roll over to one side, whichever side calls you right now. Feel the connection with yourself. And slowly bring yourself up. grab a cushion or chair or something to sit on. We're going to do just a little bit of pranayama here for the throat chakra today. Rest your hands on your thighs, sit tall, feel your sit bones ground and your crown lift. Let your chin be kind of level to the floor. Tune into the sensation of your breath. We're going to do a pranayama called Brahmari. This pranayama is a pranayama where we breathe out, we make a humming sound or the sound of a bee. So it sounds like this. All the way to the end of the exhale. So the pace might be a little different than mine, but we're going to do it 3 times. So when you're ready, take an inhale. Deep into the belly and notice if you're creating tension around the throat, relax through the shoulders. Just rest and breathe. Hold your awareness at your throat chakra. Seeing vibration, sensation, listening inward. Feeling a sense of pulsing at the throat. Whatever else you might notice. Just be present. And once again, feel the whole body, feel your whole essence. Whole body breathe. When you're ready, bring your hands into your heart. Just take a moment of gratitude for taking this time to support and open your throat chakra today. Creating awareness here. And when you're ready, rub your palms together. Feel some warmth there. Just bring your palms over your eyes for a moment as you open your eyes into your palms, bringing the awareness of your inner world back into the outer world, remembering that connection. And as you wash your face, bring your hands back into your heart and perhaps resolve in your mind to speak your truth today, to speak kindly and with intention. So if you have any comments or questions about this practice today, please reach out to me. I'm available at brenda@seabrightspirit.ca. And of course, you can leave comments below as well. So thank you again for joining me for this practice today. I hope to practice with you again soon. Namaste.